All right, so got Lance here today. He's one of my clients. He's had a pretty good experience so far in the program. So why don't I just let him tell about his experience here? So Lance, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where you are, who you are, and all that sort of fun stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good to see everybody. I'm Lance. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a lawyer, sort of a mid-career lawyer. And I think I've been with Ryan now. In a few months it'll be 2 years. So we're pretty long run. And it's been great. I really think that everything that I needed and that I was looking for when I first found Ryan and we first kind of began to work together has been accomplished. I was where a lot of people probably were going into COVID, going into 2020, for a few reasons. I kind of that mid-career slump where you've been working, and maybe had de-escalated the importance of fitness and health and exercise in my life. I was coming off of kind of a bad breakup, and had probably spent like the year prior to meeting Ryan not exercising, eating like not not eating with my overall health in mind,
Hmm.
indulging in sort of whatever you indulge in, self.
Hmm.
And then COVID hit, and I like learned how to bake like everybody else did. That was great.
Yeah.
But no, so I needed some structure. I needed some accountability. I needed a plan because it
Hmm.
had, although I've been an athlete growing up and in college, I think I had like hit that phase in my life where life took over and all of that had been put aside. So
Hmm.
lose a little confidence in yourself. You lose the ability to feel like there might be a direction in which you should go because there's so many things that you feel like need to change that it's overwhelming.
Hmm.
So finding Ryan kind of really helped me a lot, give me the structure, the accountability, and the plan I needed, and the care. I mean, so it's
Yeah.
that's about me.
No, yeah, of course. I'm obviously glad that, cross paths here. It's been mutually beneficial, of course. It's been always, great work with you and everything. And so yeah, obviously, you came in at that point, during COVID and whatnot, kind of need the routine. So how are you, after working together this long, how are you kind of feeling day to day now? How are things feeling now that we've been working together?
I mean, things are great. If there were sort of a few buckets that you could put in, one was that sort of structure and discipline. And I think after, working with you for uh, probably after the first year, maybe, and obviously a lot of this happened during the first year, but by the end of
Hmm.
the first year, um, yeah, I think you had worked with me so much because there's like a daily plan that you would produce for me, both nutritionally and sort of exercise, whether it was being in the gym or on some days just getting out and walking or you know
Hmm.
doing things like that. Like I think implementing that and having feedback on that over the course of that year really changed my habits and rebuilt the foundation that I sort of feared that I had lost. So
Hmm.
I'm feeling really good about that. And then I've learned so much about structure of the body and different types of exercise and goals and melding that with nutrition plans, sort of how to kind of optimize everything. And you've kind of been
Hmm.
there with me the whole time. You know,
Hmm.
we talk once a week for sure, and
Hmm.
if I had questions, you've always been available to answer them. Uh,
Mhm.
Even if it's right on the spot. If I'm at the gym and I didn't know how to do like a specific, whatever, a specific type of lift, like I could
Yeah.
put it on the speakerphone and, you could tell me, or I could put you and I could send you a video and you could adjust my
Mhm.
form, whatever. So,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. No, like to watch how you've like not only like physically changed, but like, mentally throughout all this, like how much more throughout the whole process. Like the goal of everybody that I bring on is to set them free, knowing, how to maintain everything, obviously get the results, but also like know how to do everything. So the fact that you are at a spot now where it's like you know what you're doing, you know how to exercise, you know how to structure everything, you know how to fit everything into your daily plan. Like that's obviously like huge. That's what I ultimately want coming through this, right? So I'm really glad that everything's going looking better, right? Um, would you say that you had like a favorite part about the process or anything like that?
I mean, I like the actual like lifting
Hmm.
things that I've liked sort of the different phases. You've put me through different phases. Like we'll work on a certain set of goals for 3 months, and then we'll work on a different set
Hmm.
of goals.
Hmm.
And that's been really you know great for me. But I think if there's a favorite part, it might have been the consistency of sort of the mentorship teaching from you. I think the feedback and the instruction and the accountability. When you
Hmm.
tell me if I'm messing something up,
Yeah.
like has all been really it's been great. So
Good. Yeah. No. Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna, I'll be your best friend and your worst enemy at times. It depends on what's going on there. No matter what's going on, I'm here to hold you accountable to the process. So I'm glad you saw the value in that as well. Some people just think it's like, oh, you get like a drill instructor yelling at you, but like, at the same time, we both want, you to be in a better spot. Sometimes requires calling out some bullshit, right? So I'm glad that you know the programming as well, the exercise obviously I think is a lot of people's favorites, having different goals and like working towards different things to keep you motivated the whole time. I think that's a lot of people's favorites there, but yeah, man. So I'm sure there's a couple of guys out there kind of sitting on the fence, like whether they've seen stuff from me and they're kind of on the fence whether or not they want to do something like this and they want to hop into this program. What advice would you give to one of those guys who's kind of on the fence about
I think
hopping
it's
in?
entirely worth it. And here's the deal, like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but someone could give a commitment to themselves to use
Hmm.
you for 3 months, and if it's not
Hmm.
working out, I don't think there's going to be any bad feelings on any side.
Hmm.
But like,
Hmm.
commit to it for 3 months and give it a try. I think you need at least the 3 months to get into the right routines,
Yeah.
and get that structure that you probably need. But I think
Hmm.
also within 3 months you will see dramatic changes, and
Hmm.
probably feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
It what's 3 months to give to yourself if you are on a journey to better yourself? I think it's not a major commitment, and
No.
probably one of the best things you could do for yourself.
Yeah. No. And I with my like if I have somebody to sign on for 3 months, I always say like, I'll give like a certain like promise with that. Now it's like, okay, you will achieve X within this 90 days, that we agree upon.
If
And if
you
you
do,
don't, I will work with you until you
got
do,
to work for it.
it'll be on me. Yeah, obviously, yeah, you gotta work for it. As you know very
Yeah,
well, you gotta bust your ass and you're very good at that. You wouldn't be where you are now if you didn't. But if like, that's I agree. Give it 3 months and then you could be in a completely different spot.
give
It's
you nothing to
so
lose. I don't think
yeah,
any guy on the fence has anything to
awesome,
lose and
awesome.
everything to gain.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, Lance. Appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me, hop on
Yeah,
with
it's
this.
good to see you. Yeah.
Um, you're the man. I appreciate everything, going through this program. Any last words or anything like that before I let you
Yeah, I
enjoy
mean,
the
I'm
rest of your
incredibly
day?
grateful for what you've brought to my life, and to any of those guys out there who are thinking about it, give it a chance, man. You honestly will be very pleased, I think, with what you find and the results. And do it. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you, Lance. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, appreciate you hopping on. I'll talk to you in a bit, okay?